Welcome to Picture News Global. This is an additional virtual news story to support children with learning about current affairs happening all around the world. These virtual news stories get shared once every other week. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that so you don't miss out when these stories get shared too. The resources to this pack can be found in the members area of picturenews.co.uk, so make sure you check that website out too. Let's have a look at what's happening in the news this week. Let's have a look at the poster. Take a look at the picture. What can you see? Where do you think this is? How does the picture make you feel, and why? What questions do you have? This week, we are asking the question of how can communities work together in times of crisis? Let's take a look at this week's story. As Super Typhoon Ragasa hit Hong Kong, animal lovers opened their homes and small businesses to cats and dogs. Volunteers brought cages, food, blankets and towels to keep the animals safe. Some pets were moved from shelters to temporary rooms. Animal shelters had also arranged foster homes for cats and dogs. Many people and small business owners worked together to make sure cats and dogs had safe places to go to during the store. I love this story and it fills me with lots of warmth and joy. But take a little look at this sheet here. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel a little bit worried because of the typhoon and what happened? Or does it make you feel inspired to perhaps help other animals in your neighbourhood and to volunteer to support in your local community too? Take some time to discuss this as a class. This week's global news story relates to events happening in Hong Kong, which is just south of China, in the continent of Asia. This week's big question is how can communities work together in times of crisis? Let's take some time to talk about it, using the resources. These resources can be found on picturenews.co.uk. During each question, you can take some time to pause it and maybe have a chat as a class. Why do you think it's important to help animals in times of crisis? What makes a community stronger when people work together? How can caring for animals help people? What challenges might communities face when looking after animals in disasters? If you were in charge, what rules or plans would you make to protect animals during storms? Here is this week's mission for you. I want you to imagine that there is some sort of storm coming. Take some time to think about the ways that you can protect the wildlife in your local area. Where could the animals stay? Could it be the school hall? Perhaps even the toilets? Or someone's home? Who in the community could help? Would it be your family? Would it be people from school? Or could it be some of the shops? What things would the animals need, and how would you provide them? You can draw or write your plans and discuss this as a class. Finally, let's have some time to reflect. In a crisis or emergency, communities can come together to protect animals and also help each other. Caring for animals during these times is one way people can support each other and keep everyone safe. Thank you very much for taking the time to come to this week's global news story. As mentioned before, make sure you subscribe to not miss out on future global virtual news stories on YouTube. Hope to see you in another video. Until then, goodbye.